This episode of Weekly Weird News is sponsored by Expressvpn and Bespoke Post.
With everything else going on this year, it's easy to forget that just 3 months ago, the Department of Defense officially acknowledged and declassified 3 cockpit videos showing encounters between military aircraft and unidentified flying objects. Now, those videos had been released a few years back by To the Stars Academy, the company co-founded by former Blink-182 member Tom DeLonge.
Again, we are sorry. We're sorry we ever doubted you, Tom.
Yeah, he's devoted his entire life at this point to UFO research. And those videos were also reported on in the pages of the New York Times, along with the fact that there was, at least at one point, a Defense Department program dedicated to investigating UFO incidents. And, well, if 2020 couldn't get any weirder, the plot thickens.
Yeah, on Thursday, the New York Times reported that despite the DoD UFO program supposedly ending in 2012, it has continued under a new name since then. It used to be the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, but now it's the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force. They're like, guys, we don't even really have to hide this anymore. Everyone knows about it. Let's have some fun with it.
Yeah.
And it's right there in this Senate committee report from last month outlining intelligence spending for 2021. Advanced aerial threats. The committee supports the efforts of the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force at the Office of Naval Intelligence to standardize collection and reporting on unidentified aerial phenomenon, any links they have to adversarial foreign governments, and the threat they pose to U.S. military assets and installations. I'm really kicking myself for making fun of the Navy all that time on Twitch.
Yeah, they were protecting us from aliens.
Little did I know. To be fair, I only asked to drive the boat. Everyone else was doing the bad boy stuff, okay? And anyways, as the Time notes, the task force is supposed to report at least some of its findings to the public within 180 days after the passage of this Intelligence Authorization Act.
So, is the U.S. government about to finally, once and for all, admit that the aliens are real? Well, whoa there, Hoss. Slow down a bit. While people like former Senator Majority Leader Harry Reid, who was one of the key people behind funding the original DoD program, are specifically interested in the alien side of things, it looks like the focus of this, at least on the public-facing side, is concern over whether other countries are using advanced aircraft to spy on the U.S. Because after all, a UFO, it could be aliens, but it could also just be like a really good quadcopter.
It's literally just an unidentified flying object. That we all know the name implies aliens, but when you just look at the actual name, anything.
Yeah, as someone who doesn't know much about birds, I see unidentified flying objects all the time up in the air.
I saw a parrot outside before coming in.
What kind?
It was green. I don't know.
I'll count that as unidentified.
There you go. Could have been a government spying tool, for all we know.
It could have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I recently saw a video of a robot bird that was very convincing. I was like,
see, now you're getting into fun conspiracy territory, Elliot. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, why would a foreign government go through the trouble of building a UFO when they could just send out one of their spy birds?
Exactly. It looks like a normal bird, except it spies on us.
And we saw that fucking dolphin robot recently.
I'm just waiting for the day where, like, a hunter's out hunting some ducks or something, and instead of exploding into a plume of feathers,
like sparks,
sparks just shoot out like it's Transformers.
The hell?
Yeah.
And then the MIBs come over.
Excuse me, sir.
Erase your memory. But yeah, back to this. Senator Little Marco Rubio is the head of the Senate Intelligence Committee, which is a sad fact. But earlier this month, he told CBS Miami that he is primarily concerned about reports of unidentified aircraft over U.S. military bases. And he says it's in the government's best interest to figure out who is responsible and whether it's an adversarial country like Russia or China who has made some sort of technological leap in aerial surveillance.
On the other hand, though, at least a few people who have been involved with this program and its predecessors seem pretty convinced that they've at least dealt with objects that, some of which are not from this world.
Yeah.
The fun stuff. Luis Elizondo, who ran the original program and stayed on at the Pentagon as an intelligence analyst until 2017, when he quit to go work for To the Stars Academy, he said back in 2017 that they were in possession of metal alloys and other materials recovered from unidentified aerial phenomenon, and that these materials did not seem to originate from any country. And former Senator Harry Reid, he also said in an interview, after looking into this, I came to the conclusion that there were reports, some were substantive, some not so substantive, that there were actual materials that the government and the private sector had in their possession. Tom DeLonge has a very interesting paperweight on his coffee table, and we need to know what it is right now.
What is it, Tom? And here's some fun paragraphs from that New Times report. Eric W. Davis, an astrophysicist who worked as a subcontractor and then a consultant for the Pentagon UFO program since 2007, said that in some cases, examination of the materials had so far failed to determine their source and led him to conclude, quote, "We couldn't make it ourselves." Mr. Davis, who now works for Aerospace Corporation, a defense contractor, said he gave a classified briefing to a Defense Department agency as recently as March about retrievals from off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. Mr. Davis said he also gave classified briefings on retrievals of unexplained objects to staff members of the Senate Armed Services Committee on October 21st, 2019, and to staff members of the Senate Intelligence Committee 2 days later.
I love that, like, if you're even trying to hide something that's going on, no creativity in the names of these companies. Aerospace Corporation.
Yeah.
Yes, it's me. I work
Just
down at the
normal aerospace stuff.
Nothing to see here. Is it literally like a white van with block Helvetica letters that just says Aerospace Corporation?
Oh, well, it's just an aerospace corporation.
Nothing strange about that. I'll go about my day. Listen, can the general public expect to hear some juicy new information about these off-world vehicles and mysterious alloys in the near future? Not before Election Day.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. If Trump's chances of winning get even worse in the lead up to the election, we would not be surprised to see him reveal a bunch of top secret UFO shit to the public just as a distraction, because it's a promise.
There's a lot more where that came from.
Yeah, just every.
If I don't win, I'm not telling you anything. I'm going to take it back to Mar-a-Lago and you'll never hear it.
Like
Joe's never going to tell you.
Jokingly in interviews, like every president's been like, yeah, we'll find out about all this UFO stuff, and then it never happens. But he's the guy to do it. Yeah. But I also love that the fact that literally this year of all years, even when it first came out, everyone was like, oh yeah, UFOs, throw it on the pile. Mm-hmm. Now it's seriously like, I don't care if aliens are real.
Yeah.
I
kind of hope they are.
Yeah. Take my mind off of things with some aliens.
Yeah.
At the very least, we do know that there are people working for the U.S. government whose entire job is investigating UFO sightings, which is pretty cool. And you could investigate too if you sign up for the whatever military branch fits you at your local recruitment office.
Yeah, my job's pretty cool. I get to look at UFO videos all day.
Yeah, and me and
sign up,
belong.
enlist.
We hang out.
Enlist. Even et niage.
Yvonne et niage. Yeah. Are you a bad enough dude to look at UFO videos all day? Yeah.
Moving on now, though, to a guy we haven't really heard much from lately, Jacob Wohl. Mm-hmm. And it would appear that he's making up for lost time with this bombshell report from the Daily Mail. Exclusive. Ghislaine Maxwell paid $25,000 to fake news purveyor Jacob Wohl to smear Epstein victims and to get prosecutor Jeffrey Berman fired in attempt to stall sex trafficking investigation against her.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob Wohl has done some pretty heinous stuff, which you can catch up on by checking out our Jacob Wohl playlist.
Yeah.
But helping out Jeffrey Epstein's right-hand woman in the Epstein sex trafficking operation, that's low even for him. It also could be complete bullshit.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, first off, this is the Daily Mail we're talking about here. It's a sensationalist British tabloid with a less than stellar reputation for getting facts. And who's their source for this exclusive that they're running? Well, it's right there in the first paragraph. Ghislaine Maxwell hired fake news purveyor Jacob Wohl to smear her and Jeffrey Epstein's alleged victims, a former friend has told DailyMail.com in an exclusive interview. That former friend is a woman named Kristen Spielman, a paralegal and model in Maryland who says she was originally approached by Jacob Wohl and Jack Berkman last year to be a part of one of their schemes. From the Daily Mail article, here you go.
Spielman said Berkman first called her last September asking her to be a part of a purported reality TV show that he and Wohl were producing, which involved playing innocent pranks on celebrities and politicians. After whining and dining the model at D.C. hotel bars and restaurants, as well as dangling the prospect of a $300,000 paycheck for her role, the two lobbyists revealed their real plans, she said. At the third meeting, they totally switched things, Spielman told DailyMail.com. They said they wanted me to say I was selling Percocet to Nancy Pelosi. I was pretty shocked because that's a big leap from what they had sold me on. I don't want to have that sort of reputation. I'm a paralegal. I was worried about defamation suits. I was like, look guys, I can't do that. The model said the fake news peddlers agreed to change their plans, but at the next meeting in October, Spielman said they presented her with a statement to sign claiming she had steamy sex with married Senator Ted Cruz.
Yeah, I mean, say what you want. 300 grand's 300 grand. But
a lot of money.
But, paralegal, doing fine, modeling on the side,
Yeah.
doesn't really need to take the risk.
I don't think she's that desperate.
Yeah. Yeah, but they will and have found people that are more desperate.
There's always someone out there.
What follows is the statement that they wanted her to sign, which is pretty much the exact statement some other woman ended up reading at a press conference on Jack Berkman's porch last October. Someone that needed the money a little bit more.
Yeah.
And when I say needed the money, this money doesn't really exist.
Yeah,
it was a carrot that was dangling.
They don't pay anyone.
No, it was the idea of the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the fun you have fantasizing about what you would buy with it, not the actual payment.
Yeah, it's like buying bitcoins. I'm going to be so rich.
Despite backing out, though, Kristen Spielman apparently remained friendly with Wohl and Berkman up until a few weeks ago when they bragged to her that they'd been hired by Ghislaine Maxwell to discredit her alleged victims and get the judge assigned to Epstein's case fired. From the article...
She said the men invited her to Berkman's house on July 11th and made another indecent proposal before revealing their deal with Maxwell. They wanted to smooth the waters, is how they put it, the part-time model said. They convinced me to come over Saturday just to talk. The first half, they were nice. As the night progressed, we were getting along. They felt comfortable asking me to do something like this again. I was a little surprised by it, she said. They wanted me to find models in my agency that turned 18 in the last month, is what they said to me. I said, how am I supposed to know if they turned 18 in the last month? And they laughed and glossed over it. That was a red flag. I asked why they wanted me to do this, and they said it was to have sex with politicians. The only name I remember was Florida Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz.
Jeez.
Spielman shared with DailyMail.com notes she made of the conversation at the time. I wrote down some quotes from Jack, she said. He said he wanted big-titted teens and very impressionable young women. Jacuzzi parties were mentioned by Jacob. They went through my Instagram because all the models in my agency follow me, and they picked out a few. Some of them are 16 and 17, though I didn't tell them that. Jacob asked me to see if they would be interested.
Gross. Did Jacob and Jack, were they like, yeah, what we really want is for them to do something like this, and then they just like fuck each other in front of her, like, and then maybe something like this, and then Jack sucks Jacob's dick
like this, but not gay,
like this, but like with a girl, yeah, because we're not gay or anything, but like she does this to Matt Gaetz, like,
come on, Jacob, do it.
Yeah, no, eat my ass, Jacob. Yeah. Okay, so far this is actually sounding like exactly the kind of thing that Berkman and Wohl would do. And in fact, that judge assigned to the Epstein case was fired, though there's no evidence that Berkman and Wohl had anything to do with it. And Trump had reportedly wanted him gone for at least 2 years. And the Daily Mail article includes screenshots of federal documents showing that J.M. Berkman and Associates were, in fact, hired as lobbyists for Granite Reality LLC, a company connected to Ghislaine Maxwell. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah, fuck her.
I love saying her name, Ghislaine.
It's like Cum Street.
Yeah. Granite Reality LLC, a company connected to Ghislaine Maxwell that federal prosecutors say she used anonymously to purchase the house that she'd been living in since December. So, is this actually legit? Did the most notorious, non-dead, alleged human trafficker on Earth really hire Jacob Wohl and Jack Berkman to keep her out of prison? Is she so stupid?
Yeah, that's the big question. I mean, for their part, Wohl and Berkman are not denying
Of course not.
Are you surprised that they are leaning into this directly?
Even if they had no involvement. What's that you say? Yeah. My name's in the paper?
Yeah, we did this.
We definitely did this.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Wohl told the Daily Mail, every person, even those accused of the most odious of crimes, deserves representation and possesses the right to engage lobbyists to petition the government on their behalf. Otherwise, we cannot comment on client matters. And Berkman similarly told them, all persons accused of crimes, however terrible, have the right to representation and representation in the court of public opinion. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this is all sounding pretty legit. The biggest red flag here, though, is that while Ghislaine Maxwell may be an absolute monster, you would think she would know better than to hire Wohl and Berkman, of all people, to do her dirty work. It just seems like someone allegedly involved in a sex trafficking ring for global elites would have better resources than these two people.
Yeah.
You would think.
And it turns out the more you really look into this, the less believable it becomes. An article in the Daily Dot published shortly after the Daily Mail piece pokes a bunch of holes in the story. For one thing, Kristen Spielman, who spoke to the Daily Mail, was also featured in an article in Salon back in early June, where she similarly discredited Wohl and Berkman and spoke of them very unfavorably. Why would she, just weeks later, be hanging out with them again? And why would they trust her enough to reveal that they'd taken on Ghislaine Maxwell as a client?
Yeah, also, those lobbying disclosure forms, they might be totally fake. Mm-hmm. And even if they're not, anyone can submit a lobbying disclosure form claiming that they're doing lobbying on behalf of anything and anyone. the second party doesn't have to be involved at all. And also, the disclosure that they filed appears to have been filed just one day after Granite Reality was publicly revealed to have been associated with Ghislaine Maxwell. So in other words, they might have just read about it in the news and then filled out a form.
Yeah.
Also, they spelled it wrong on the form. It's supposed to be Granite Reality LLC, and they wrote Granite Realty LLC, which happens to be a real company in like New Hampshire, and they're like, please stop calling us. We have nothing to do with it.
Now, you say it was a mistake. I say it's on purpose to deflect any kind of legal troubles or questions.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, no, clearly we're representing Granite Realty.
No, they're not.
A lovely place to buy a home. So yeah, we're just going to go with this being another stunt by Wohl and Berkman, who, with the sole purpose of drawing attention to themselves and making them seem to be, at least at first glance, the suave political operatives that they want people to think they are. Although, yeah, it is a bit odd to the extent to which Jacob Wohl has been pushing the whole Ghislaine Maxwell is innocent angle on his social media channels, even before the Daily Mail broke the story.
Yeah, he wrote a whole blog article about it.
Yeah. When you're Jacob Wohl, though, there's no difference between negative attention and positive attention. In fact, negative attention seems to get him off. So
yeah, it's got to be sexual.
Yeah, it's certainly attracted plenty of new attention in general to a guy who pretty much nobody on any side of American politics takes the least bit seriously. So
yeah, lock him up. What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Why is it taking so goddamn long to put this man in jail?
The virus. It's the virus.
Is he behind this virus?
He launched the China virus.
No, the virus has been way too successful to be a Jacob Wohl operation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jacob Wohl, yeah. If Jacob Wohl had made the virus, it would have been done in a matter of hours.
It would have been the extent of those the fart bombs you used to buy at the store as a kid.
Yeah.
They toss it. Oh no, it's stinky for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, anyways, speaking of people no one takes seriously, let's check in on Florida congressional candidate K.W. Miller, who has apparently deleted the tweets that we showed you last week, where he recorded us talking about him 2 weeks ago with his cell phone and had the caption, "Even the lunatic leftist soy boy betas know that I have perfected Twitter." And in fact, he seems to have deleted all of his tweets from before July 21st, which is strange. And all the more reason for us to continue documenting these tweets.
Yeah, this is of historical note.
Yeah.
Yeah, this show is now a historical document.
If we're changing the name of the show to the K.W. Miller Archive.
Yes.
Anyway, here's some of K.W. Miller's greatest hits from just this past week.
Yeah. Goya morning to all you snowflakes out there. The beans are baking in style and the T-bone steak, raw, is being prepared. Also some bacon with eggs on the side. A hearty breakfast is the key to a stable mind and a good day. What are you liberal degenerates having?
So he's still thinking about those beans. At least he's cooking them now, not eating them.
But he's
raw.
eating his steak raw, and it's gonna do.
Well, he's cooking. I don't know. Yeah.
He probably just done very rare.
Yeah.
But he's prepping that colon for a battle that I don't know if it's ready to take. I mean, he is offsetting.
The beans will push everything out.
His body is a wonderland. This man, it's constantly, fighting itself.
Here's another one about those beans. Eating Goya beans.
As much as he knows about memes and meme culture, or appears
bean
to,
stuff was last week.
Yeah, you gotta.
No one's talking about the fucking beans.
You gotta move on.
Yeah.
If you take a knee, you should break a knee.
Oh, damn. He's got rhymes.
Yeah.
I don't call anyone for advice. People call me. You liberal degenerate hacks wish you had access to my brain.
I don't think anyone's calling this guy, and that's why he tweets so much.
Yeah, he's got way too much free time.
Also, I am convinced that he sleeps a very weird schedule because he certainly makes a point, at least recently, of being up through the middle of the night to argue with people.
Yeah, K.W. Miller is the strongest argument yet that Americans should never be allowed to retire. You should have to work
too much time
till you die, because if you retire, this is what happens.
In a perfect world, K.W. Miller would be thanking you and welcoming you to the local Walmart.
Yeah.
not shit posting on Twitter.
Yeah.
Here's another tweet. I am the most dangerous man in politics. Okay.
Maybe. I don't need to carry a pocket constitution. My brain is the Constitution.
Was that prompted in any way? Were people asking if he was carrying it
No,
around?
of course not.
Paw Patrol is on notice. Which he's defending because that smoke show, Kayleigh McEnany.
Yeah, she's like, this cancel culture's gotten out of hand. They canceled Paw Patrol, and then Nickelodeon's like, oh, actually they didn't cancel Paw Patrol, and the official Paw Patrol account's like, nope, we're still here.
Tell you what, she looks great though.
She's a beautiful one.
A terrible person though.
Yeah. Speaking of on notice, Gladys Knight is on notice. Not sure what she did, but K.W. Miller has her in his sights.
Yeah, he's. I had to go searching backwards. Like a lot of these, I have to go searching backwards for what. He's so on the meme game that I feel old.
Yeah. The Gladys Knight thing, it's probably just some QAnon shit. It's like Gladys Knight, she's involved in the
Knights Templar.
Yeah, she's involved in the secret like pedophile railroad underneath the Getty Center.
Exactly. Twitter is subtracting my followers. This is election interference. And I'd like to say it's not that, sir. It's people are unfollowing you because you're posting too much.
Yeah, it's getting stale.
Yeah, and like there was a good mix of like outrageous comedy before, and then a little bit of crazy right-wing shit.
He tweets too much.
There's a lot of like shit that's kind of just gross that he tweets, like just terrible things.
Yeah.
So it's putting people off.
He tweets like 40 times a day. I'd say like about 20% of those tweets are like real bangers.
Yeah.
They're ones we feature on here. We're filtering out the crap and giving you the finest in KW Miller material.
No need to follow him. We'll give you the good stuff.
Yeah. Here's another one. Any conservative Republican candidate who wants to win in the state of Florida needs KW Miller's endorsement. So the phone lines are open.
Yeah, but he doesn't take calls. Or he does take calls, but you're gonna have to sit on the phone and get some advice for a while from KW Miller. He's got
some ideas.
Why did Rick Ross say that he heard Barack Obama say "Assalamu alaikum" on his song "Idols Become Rivals"? We all know Barack has secrets. Was the boss trying to tell us something?
Big if true.
Yeah, huge.
Can't believe Obama, he successfully dodged all the Muslim accusations for the last decade, but Rick Ross, the loose end, it all fell apart thanks to Rick Ross. Mm-hmm. And finally, KW Miller will always protect the animals.
Hey, that's a good one.
So hey, look, man, he will protect the animals. It's not a very popular right-wing stance to take.
Yeah.
He likes eating cows a lot, but he will protect the rest of the animals. Well, and the cows will be treated well.
That's because he lives, within spitting distance of the Everglades.
Yeah, I mean,
constantly under threat.
You do have to. You can't survive long in Florida without respect for the animal kingdom.
I'll be goddamned the day comes where I don't drive across the southern tip, nicknamed Alligator Alley, without seeing some sunbathing gators.
Yeah,
that will be the end.
Yeah,
for KW Miller.
He will protect the gators.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, let's move on now to our weekly look at some clips of just sheer covidiocy. Starting with a recent incident in a grocery store in Marshall, Minnesota. Brace yourselves.
You're sick. Yeah, you're sick. You have an illness. You can't be American and wear that mask. You cannot. We literally had a war about this.
If you vote for Biden, you're going to be in Nazi Germany. That's what it's going to be like.
You're sick.
You're literally wearing a Nazi flag right now.
Yeah, because socialism is going to happen here in America.
You're sick.
Yeah,
you literally had a fucking war about this. The Nazis lost.
For good reason.
So yeah, what we just saw there is one of our favorite strains of conservative boomer brainworms, decking yourself out in blatant Nazi imagery in an attempt to paint your enemies as Nazis.
Why are you dressed like a Nazi? No, you see,
if you vote
you're the Nazi.
Was it the couple that in an interview said if you vote for Biden, we'll be living in Nazi Germany? Yet they're out there in Nazi garb.
Yeah, this is this happens a lot. Where people...
I'm trying to prove a point?
Yeah, you see, it means you're a Nazi. But you're the one holding all the Nazi shit. You don't think it makes you look like a Nazi? No, it makes you look like a Nazi.
I'm trying to show you what you're doing.
Yeah, it's real weird. It's like, especially this one, like these are...
Well, and there's Zeke Heilig too. Like, there's no hiding it.
They had to have made these at home. Like, this is handcrafted Nazi shit. Mm-hmm. Custom made. Yeah. Like, there was hours of time put into this.
I love the cashier just like...
Yeah, fucking hell.
God damn it. Jesus Christ. Oh, now someone's filming. This is going to last a while.
Cool.
Yeah, but they've been banned from Walmart forever, from all Walmarts.
Okay, but like... We'll see about that.
Yeah, well, if it was the South, they could just go to Dollar General. I don't know what it is in Minnesota that's the comparable thing, but
Target.
Well, I would assume that Target would take a stance, although they do love the color red.
They do.
Yeah.
Target already had to deal with that lady who threw all the masks off the rack and then went back.
I love that, like, at the very least, most people's reaction, especially the workers, is just, instead of, like, actually trying to engage in debate or something.
Yeah, no.
It's just pity, I guess.
Service employees have the thickest skin.
Yes.
Like, they deal with more fucking bullshit on a daily basis than anyone else.
In 30 years, I swear, the president in 30, 35 years is going to be someone who fucking had to put up with all this bullshit as a cashier in Target or Walmart.
That's why, like, fucking AOC, like, when people go after her, like...
No, she literally...
She worked as a fucking bartender for, like, years. And
dealt with the worst people.
Yeah, just dealing with... Not even just the worst people, dealing with everyone at their worst.
Yeah.
Like... Yeah, you're gonna have to try a little harder to, like, break her spirit. Like, this is a person who spent the hours of, like, 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. on a regular basis just getting yelled at by drunks.
Yeah, and coming up with clever ways to tell them to fuck off, which is why she's so good on the mic.
Yeah. Anyways, in a bit more lighthearted coronavirus fare, here's a clip that we came across over on Reddit.com. Okay, so pretty weird, pretty gross. Not how I would choose to.
Looks like a horror movie.
Yeah, and also just I can't see eating or drinking without that getting all over the map.
That's my favorite part of this video. It is just the sheer like nonchalance of the people who are doing it. Like, you can tell that they've done this a lot before because they've gone way past the point of caring that it's getting dirty. Like, they know that it's going to get dirty, but they're going to take it off as soon as they leave and, like, throw it in the washer or something. Because, like, they're shoveling things into their fucking mouths. It's disturbing. It looks like a fucked up, low-budget horror movie.
They're going to town, but I mean, look, I have to at least give them credit for
they're trying.
Trying.
But it doesn't do anything. It's just like...
Yeah, like, it's the... Yeah, I don't think it's really doing anything. It's
no, they're
pretty pointless.
What's the term? It's like something compliance where you do it but you do it wrong on purpose.
Malicious compliance.
Malicious compliance, yeah.
I mean, you might as well just wrap a fucking napkin around the top of your face and
just shove it straight through the napkin.
Yeah, just eat underneath the napkin.
But at least we got the video out of it.
Yeah, that's cool. Mm-hmm. Anyways, before we get to the headlines, which has plenty more dumb coronavirus news in there, it's time to talk about this week's sponsors, starting with Expressvpn. Have you ever searched for something online that you maybe wouldn't want other people to know about? Of course you have. Mm-hmm. Maybe you thought you were being clever by firing up an incognito window, so none of it saves to your history, but... Well, hate to break it to you, but incognito mode doesn't actually hide your online activity. Doesn't matter what mode you use or how many times you clear your browsing history. Your ISP can still see every single website you've ever visited. That's why even when we're at home, we never go online without using Expressvpn.
It doesn't matter if you get your internet from Verizon, Comcast, whatever. ISPs in the US, they can legally sell your information to ad companies. But Expressvpn is an app that reroutes your internet connection through their secure servers so your ISP can't see what sites you visit. ExpressVPN also keeps all of your information secure by encrypting 100% of your data with the most powerful encryption available. Most of the time, you won't even realize that you have ExpressVPN on. I literally had it on the other day, and I only realized it when I started like Googling something nearby, and it was like, do you want this place in Washington, D.C.? I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, ExpressVPN was on. All right,
Thanks,
great.
ExpressVPN.
It really does run seamlessly in the background. You won't even notice it. I literally didn't notice it for days that it was on, and I was watching YouTube and doing all kinds of shit. All you have to do is tap one button, boom, you're protected.
ExpressVPN is available on all your devices, phones, computers, even your smart TV, so there's no excuse for you to not be using it.
They have very good videos on their YouTube channel of showing you how to do, because I wanted to set up my smart TV for it, and very easy.
Yeah. Protect your online activity today with the VPN rated #1 by CNET and Wired. Visit our exclusive link, expressvpn.com/weeklyweird, and you can get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. That is expressvpn.com/weeklyweird. expressvpn.com/weeklyweird to learn more.
This episode is also sponsored by Bespoke Post. As we all settle into this new normal version of summer, Bespoke Post is here with customized Box of Awesome collections, guaranteed to upgrade your life. Now, we've talked about Box of Awesome before. Previous boxes have included stuff like cigars, cocktail kits, and travel and outdoor gear. Bespoke Post only sends dudes and people who like dude stuff the best stuff every month. No matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered. From style and grooming goods to barware to cooking tools and outdoor gear, Box of Awesome has carefully built collections for every part of your life. They sent me a cool knife.
Yeah, and I smoked a Box of Awesome cigar on 4th of July, and
I still have my cigars.
This is a good one. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box costs only $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code WEIRD at checkout. That is boxofawesome.com, code WEIRD for 20% off your first box. Now, let's get into some headlines.
Man, I love this first one. Can I do it?
Yeah, go for it.
Clippers Lou Williams put in 10-day NBA quarantine after strip club visit.
So he got an exemption because he had to go to a funeral in Atlanta, and while he was there,
did he go to the Claremont Lounge?
He did not. He went to I can't remember
Cheetah?
the name of it.
That's a big one.
He went in the daytime. He got caught because some rapper posted a picture of the two of them, and then immediately was like, actually, that's an old picture.
Yeah, that's from months ago.
Yeah. But it was obviously recent because he was wearing the mask that was handed out at the NBA bubble.
Yeah.
But according to Lou Williams, he wasn't there for the girls. He was there because they have the best chicken wings you can possibly get.
See, that's the thing with it,
He's
especially.
I wouldn't have gotten in trouble if I'd gone to a restaurant, but because it's a strip club, now it's a big deal.
You know, I've been to a lot of strip clubs. I've been to a lot of strip clubs with fantastic food.
Yeah.
Atlanta, great place to get food at a strip club.
Come for the tits and ass, stay for the chicken.
I can't remember the name of the city, but it's directly across from St. Louis, Missouri. There's a venue there, and the only thing to eat at that venue, there's a strip club in the parking lot as well. Best steak sandwich I ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
It was the only place to go. And you know what? God bless that fact, because I would have never found that steak sandwich.
Yeah.
I think it's Sauget, Illinois or something. Something like that.
You'll let us know.
Pops is the venue. Great steak sandwich at the strip club there.
So yeah.
So I believe him.
Yeah.
I'll take his word for it.
And I hope the wings were worth it.
But the best part about this is that it's kind of like the first bubble breaking situation out of the sports leagues that are specifically doing it in a bubble, and it happened in the most hilarious way possible with photo evidence at a strip club. It's amazing. It's amazing. You couldn't have asked for something better.
Yeah.
So there you go.
See, if they were planning the bubble correctly, they would have hired strippers to work in the bubble for the entire 3-month period.
You joke, but I'm sure that there's something going on there.
Yeah,
it's Florida.
They should have accounted for all things. These guys like to have fun. Also, apparently, they're...
Well, it's like wherever the All-Star game goes, the strip club industry and whatever that city
they
is,
make
just
bank.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So they should have accounted for that. Mm-hmm. They should have had just a stable of Instagram, chasers.
Yeah.
Just in the next door hotel.
Exactly.
50 or 60, not even more. Just fill a whole hotel with... hot Instagram models who really want to get with athletes, and no one would have to leave.
And delicious food.
And delicious, and wings, of course.
Yeah, you need the alibi.
Yeah.
Have you seen how delicious these wings are? I didn't go there for the women.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, that would be, come on. Who do you think I am?
Yeah.
Anyway, next headline. President Duterte tells people to disinfect face masks and hands with gasoline or diesel.
Perfect. What a great idea.
Don't have any soap, Uh-oh. What are you going to do? Well, get out the tube, get out the hose, go out to your car, siphon a little bit of that out, drench that mask, leave it out to dry for, a couple hours.
Or put it right back on.
Yeah.
Get a nice little high out of it.
Yeah, so that's
life
hacks from President Rodrigo Duterte.
The government, obviously, we're not going to, mass produce a bunch of disposable masks. Get out of here. But, just douse it in gasoline. Mm-hmm. There you go.
That'll do something.
And have a cigarette afterwards. You've worked hard. You deserve a break.
Yeah. Do it through the mask.
Panera Karen claims masks won't stop COVID-19 since pants don't contain farts.
Yeah, this is another one of those people that goes into a restaurant and then is shocked. That
I just learned about this, and I'm going to tell everyone.
They're being refused service because they're not wearing a mask. And yeah, this lady was freaking out for like a real long time. Yeah, she's like, "Oh, masks, they don't even work. You guys are idiots."
I'll prove it.
Yeah, if you fart, like, I can still smell it.
You smell this? Dude, I shit myself. You smell that?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, if you fart, other people can still smell it. But if you projectile, like, diarrhea shit your pants,
You're going to get shit on
it
it.
stays inside the pants.
Exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't get in everyone else's mouth.
Yeah, but I love that because people keep coming up with this dumb shit that, like, why hasn't anyone thought about this? Like, no, scientists have tested this.
Yeah.
Like, you're not the first person to ever think that masks don't work because you can smell a fart. And like, people have to, like, come back and post, like, medical studies being like, no, here's why it doesn't work.
Okay, but, like... Yeah, it's...
Jesus.
And she was one of those people filming themselves, like...
Yeah.
Like,
righteous indignation.
Yeah, the Karens at this stage of Karenism, they already have their own phones out because they are so convinced that they are the ones in the right.
They're taking the power back from other people, though. That's what the real...
They think they are.
That having someone else film you during an outbreak is taking your power away.
Yeah.
And they couldn't stand for that. Once they caught wind of that, they were like,
I know my angles.
I caught the wind, and I could smell it through my mask. Mm-hmm. I'm going to film myself.
Coronavirus. Berlin court rules BDSM parlors can open as long as everyone wears masks.
Well, no problem.
Yeah, hey, you know what? We got a whole bunch of masks here, actually. We love them. They're part of the kink.
And if you unzip it, you can eat food through it, just like that other couple that we showed earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's been the sex workers of Germany. They've been very upset. Mm-hmm. They haven't been allowed back to work, and so the BDSM community, they
haven't been spanked in months.
They got an exemption. They're like, look, we're not fucking. Like, those people, they're fucking. They're breathing hard. They're getting their sweat everywhere. All we're doing is like
cattle prodding a guy from 5 feet away.
Maybe a massage. There's no, it's completely different. So the legal system in Germany, they're like, you're right.
Yeah.
Back to work with you.
The guy, my client, can't cough if he has a baby bottle in his mouth.
Yeah. There you go. Perfectly safe.
Next headline, Biden says Trump is America's first racist president.
Oh, boy. Oh, Joe.
I'm constantly caught between this like tug of war of like, where is Joe Biden? And also Joe Biden should keep his fucking mouth shut.
Just stay away. It's working out so far.
Yeah.
Him just being incognito.
Although, did you see the fucking picture Kamala Harris today on her Instagram meeting with Joe Biden? Just like, that's what the world needs right now. Your vice president picked to be a fucking cop. That's what everyone's on the streets asking for right now, Joe.
Yeah,
Great look, Joe.
He's either going to go with her or Elizabeth Warren. And
I hope it's Elizabeth Warren.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
The hardcore Kamala Harris supporters, the K-Hive.
Yes.
The most like die-hard fucking political supporters on Twitter, if they don't get their way, there's going to be hell to pay. Like, if Kamala Harris gets picked, like the sort of more leftist, anti-cop voters, they're going to be upset. But if Kamala Harris doesn't get picked, the K-Hive is going to take no prisoners.
They're going
to be out for fucking blood.
Oh.
So I don't know. It's either way, lose-lose. I say he just doesn't pick one.
Yeah, run solo.
Just keep kicking the can on that one.
Yeah.
Like, I'll decide once I'm sworn in.
Yeah. Well, after the election, it'll be a big surprise.
Yeah.
Like a loot box.
Yeah.
Kids love loot boxes.
Yeah.
It could be anything. And it's just like a scrolling bar of all the potential picks.
I mean, Trump got away with never revealing his taxes for his entire term. Like, why doesn't Biden try the same thing, but with his vice president?
Yeah.
His presidential pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put a potato sack over him.
Because it's not like you need the vice president.
It was Barack the whole time.
There's a line of succession, so it's like if Biden dies in office, which I'd put it at 50-50.
Yeah,
like,
could be.
Just because there's no vice president there doesn't mean it's the end of the world. You just go to the next one. The Speaker of the House, I believe, is
she's very old.
President.
Oh, and she's she really had a burn this week on an old Trump.
He's God. What did she call him?
It's already escaped my brain. Like Mr. Make Things Worse. Thinks that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I call him Mr. Make Things Worse.
Yeah.
You
great
old
job.
ass.
Great job, Nancy.
Yeah. Wow.
You're so old. Just retire. Fuck.
I love the opposition party. Like always, just with the zingers. You know.
Yeah. Really, really great stuff. Love love to be in America.
Love political discourse here in America.
But yeah, I just love the idea that Trump is America's first racist president.
Oh yeah, we didn't even get to that point. No.
He's like, look, a lot of racists have tried to become president in this country, but they've never been able to do it. Like, Joe, the first 85 years of this country, slavery was a widespread, just accepted part of society, and most of the first presidents owned slaves. Many of them. Thomas Jefferson raped a bunch of them.
Yeah, well,
I'd say that's a bit racist, wouldn't you?
Yeah, the problem is if you say that to him, he's going to start lurching towards you slowly like this. What?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Sure. Come on, Jack.
I bet you can't do 10 push-ups.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Man steals 3-foot-tall, 40-pound dildo from Las Vegas sex shop.
Remember at Machinima we had that giant dildo? It was like a Saints Row prop?
Yeah, the Saints Row.
Everyone was
dildos.
running around with the giant dildo on a stick.
Yeah, you couldn't do that now.
Yeah, you could get away with it back then.
That would be an instant, just like HR thing.
Oh yeah.
It's like, hi, so.
So wait, hold on. Employees.
Dozens of my male coworkers are running around with 3-foot dildos, waving.
No, you
them
don't
around.
get it. It was from Saints Row. It's
from
a prop.
Saints Row, the video game. We're a fun company.
It's a really fun company.
All right, but it's a giant penis.
Yeah, and it was veiny too. And the best part is like when people got bored of playing with it, you would just find it sitting in random parts. Just this gigantic fucking dildo.
Oh yeah, we got a meeting with Warner Bros.
It's just giant purple veiny cock sitting randomly anywhere in the office.
I don't remember if there was like a official like conversation of like, hey, maybe hide your dildos or take them home.
If there was, this dildo was around for 2 months.
Yeah.
Before anything happened.
Yeah, that was like I was unfamiliar with the Saints Row franchise at the time, so I was just like, there's a bunch of fucking purple dildos here.
There was a pocket pussy at some point too. Like, because I remember that company, the pocket pussy company. What was it called? Fleshlight. Sent Machinima a crate of them, and people were like shooting them across the office.
Yeah.
Like,
couldn't do that anymore.
It was only like 10 years ago. It's like watching old episodes of The Office where you're like, geez, this place is a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Christ, man.
But hey, we had fun with it.
Yeah,
well, we could. You'll never know, kid.
We got everything in right before the finish line. Jesus.
But this guy in Vegas, he just walked into the sex store calmly, confidently, walked over to the giant dildo, put it over his shoulder, and walked right out.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. If you want to steal, you got to steal with confidence.
Yeah, even if it's a dildo.
Yep.
Ukraine hostage standoff ends after president agrees to promote Joaquin Phoenix film. And of course, I know what you're assuming. I assume the same thing.
Is it Joker?
That it was the Joker movie.
No, it was some documentary he made in like 2005 about like
animal abuse.
Yeah, factory farming or something. But this crazy guy in the Ukraine, he took a bus hostage for like half a day. And his demand, he's like, look, I'll let everyone go if the president of Ukraine goes on all of the social platforms and recommends that people watch this Joaquin Phoenix movie from 2005. And the president, to his credit, he's like, you know what, I'll do it.
Sure.
And he did it. And the hostage taker, to his credit, he's like, all right, cool. Take me away. That's all I wanted.
There you go. Everyone made out, I guess.
Yeah.
Except for the poor hostages who had their days ruined.
They got a cool story out of it.
Yeah. They'll be telling that one down at the bar for years.
Free drinks for those people.
And he had a giant dildo. Yeah. It was weird.
Man arrested on assault charges for dangling a donut in front of police. This is some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, this is definitely some
bullshit. This teen, he on a skateboard, he had a donut on a stick, and he's dangling in front of these cops. And like at first they were laughing about it, and then one of them just like his cop brain snapped.
Wait, hold on.
And he like immediately arrested him. Was like, that's 4th degree assault. And it's like, what? And the guy was in jail for like a day, and like a judge finally saw like all the video footage of it. And he's like, listen, big part of my job is deciding whether it's worth anyone's time to pursue these things, and this is clearly not worth pursuing.
Well, did the cop get any?
Well, the guy's now suing the police.
Good.
And he
well, that's taxpayer money, though.
Yeah, he stands to make out all right, but yeah, it is taxpayer money. That's why the cops never learn their lesson, because they never face actual personal consequences for this dumb bullshit. They just take it out of your money.
Yes.
So, yeah. Maine man saw his neighbor's garage in half amid boundary dispute. This is the kind of shit, like the idea of owning a home, very appealing, except for this psycho NIMBY shit that people get into.
They measure it like down to the half inch in the backyard. Like, hey, by the way, I'm supposed to have a half inch on my property line.
Yeah,
over
and
here.
it's just like, oh, it's like your tree is like, 2 feet over the property line, and there's leaves. There's a pile of leaves here in the corner of my yard. Like, you got to cut that tree down. This is like bullshit like that.
So this guy like fucking sawed his garage in half. Was it like a shed or something, or an actual
It was
attached?
an actual it was an unattached garage.
Okay.
But yeah, he went in there with a sawzall, and it's just half gone.
I might have told the story before. My dad, he got into it with the HOA, like real fucking angry because they kept sending him notes to trim his bushes in the backyard. And he was like, "What the fuck do they mean? They're trimmed.
Yeah.
They're below the wall, the back
Yeah.
wall." And he kept getting notices, and they finally called him like, "You got to cut these things, or we're gonna fine you." And he's like, "You need to come over here before I kick your ass." And he's like, "How the fuck do you like? I'll send you a picture." And the guy's like, "What? That's not what I'm seeing." And he's like, "What are you seeing?" And the guy was like, looking on Google Maps at the
Oh my
property.
fucking god!
The
Does he
trees
think?
were overgrown on Google Maps.
Does he think Google Maps is like a live feed?
Like I wasn't living there at the
That's
time, but I
amazing.
imagine the vein on my dad's forehead was just like pulsating. Like,
Are you fucking stupid?
like imagine being gaslit for months like
Yeah,
that.
no, it's HOAs. I will never. Well, I probably will. At
My
some
dad
point
probably
with
went
one.
out there and fucking trimmed him a bunch of times too. Like, oh Jesus, like one leaf going over there.
Yeah. What is it? What do you want?
Am I insane? Am I the one that's fucking crazy?
Yeah. Wow. Well, damn. So yeah.
No HOAs.
Next headline: Dead giveaway. Long Island man's fake death plot undone by typo.
That was Granite Realty.
It was this one. It was I can't remember the word that he spelled wrong, but it was a pretty blatant one, and I think it was registry. He spelled it as registry or regitsy. This guy, he was supposed to go to jail for stealing cars, and he had his girlfriend send this fake death certificate to his lawyer, so his lawyer would show up at his next hearing and be like, "Well, actually, my client, he's dead."
Yeah.
But they looked into it and they're like, "No, he's not dead," and now he's got an extra 4 years added to his sentence. Nice try though.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Not for lack of trying.
if you're gonna try to fake your death, run that spell check on it.
Measure twice, cut once. Man arrested in Palm Springs after alleged poop throwing incident involving officers, police say. Yeah, that's assault. That is assault.
Throwing doo-doo. Yeah, that guy, see, that's assault.
Yes.
Donut,
Can't be thrown poop.
donut on a stick, not so much, but
Poop on a stick, somewhere in the middle.
yeah, and it's not clear. This guy, it sounds like he was blackout drunk. It was a drunken disorderly thing, but sounds like he pooped on command. Like in the heat of this encounter with the police, he's like,
Oh, your adrenaline's going.
all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Like
There you go.
monkeys are able to do that, and I guess people can when they're at a certain level.
It's
of
got to be the
drunkenness.
adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
guess.
drunkenness too. Like your insides are all sloshing around. Get the adrenaline, just shoots straight through you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine it'd be very solid though at that point.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Flick it at him.
A long night of drinking, it tends to soften things,
Yeah.
loosen things.
Yeah. So gross either way.
Yeah. Ride of a lifetime. Ohio man loses nearly 200 pounds to ride new roller coaster.
I did it, damn it.
I mean, that's the thing with
Good for him.
And this is awesome. With fitness goals, you want to have actual concrete goals about it. I lost 20 pounds in the last year and a half. And it's because I had a lot of clothes that I liked that I couldn't fit in anymore. And I was like, I don't want to have to get new clothes. And a lot of my cool shirts are out of print.
Gotta
So
lose weight.
I guess I gotta lose weight.
Yeah.
That was my main motivation.
Yeah.
And this guy, he loved roller coasters, but got too fat to be able to ride on any
Oh,
of them.
damn
So and he found out a new coaster was opening that looked fucking awesome. And he's like, well, that's it. I got to do it. And he lost 200 pounds in a year.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Way to
great-
go.
Great job, buddy.
I want to see that coaster.
Yeah, it's got to be a great one. He says he's ridden it a bunch of times.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, you earned it. Mm-hmm. Woman tried hiring someone to kill her ex-husband on rentahitman.com, Michigan cops say.
Yeah, and this is a website.
What do you mean this is a honey trap?
It's a very obvious parody website, but the owner of the website says he's forwarded 200 real requests to law enforcement over the years.
Yikes.
But it's just it's obviously fake.
Yeah.
I mean, just the fact that there would be a rentahitman.com website is dead giveaway. But
ma'am, I got the perfect idea for you. It's a bit on the dark web though. You got to rentahitman.com, but you got to put an onion on your desk.
yeah,
That's what they call it.
Onion.
Yeah.
The vapors from the onion, they stop.
They block the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Boom.
Jesus.
Ogden man arrested for printing porn at Walmart for the homies who were locked up.
Let this man go. But hey, if he brought the porn with him and got arrested, maybe that's part of it. It's like a Trojan horse of pornography.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He stuffs all the porn up his butt, and he's like,
"Come get me now.
Here it is, guys.
Yeah.
Told you I'd figure out a way to get it to you."
Now we have all the pornography we need.
Yep.
Well, cool.
Might smell like poop a little bit, but
I mean, this
porno's
is
porno.
Out of all the things that have happened in a Walmart this week,
Yeah.
pretty low on the totem pole.
Yeah, the man's just trying to Xerox some fucking pornography for the homies who are locked up. They
Meanwhile, you got fucking Karens wearing swastikas on aisle 9.
Yeah.
9.
If I have to choose one or the other, I'm going to go with the guy printing out porn at the printer station for the homies who were locked up.
Yeah.
Because, being in jail right now,
You know
terrifying.
You know what's insane? This guy arrested for printing porn. The other people
Yeah.
free to go after wearing Nazi masks.
Well, I guess that's your right. I may not agree with you, but I will defend till the death your right to do it.
Oh, God. Anyways, that's it for Weekly Weird News this week. We hope you had a great time. Thank you for watching this wonderful premiere. We see you in the chat. Thank you. And I don't know if I've shouted it out on the actual videos yet, but thank you for becoming a member. If you want to become a member, click the join button.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of new members lately.
The emotes, you get to unlock the emotes to use while, chatting along. I got to add some more soon. So tell us ideas for what you want for emotes in the live chat. And if you're watching this on VOD, we also very much enjoy that you spent your time with us.
Yep.
If you want to spend some more time with us, check out these videos right over here. There's a new episode of News Dump and a new episode of Tech News Day. Check both of those out, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.